We are up and running. And we're up. Okay, so today we're going to be going over Burp Suite. I use Burp Suite on every single one of my manual tests. We'll be going through the entire application as well as some extensions, and then we will try to put it to use on um, one of the military domains. So we could just grab one right now just to start everything. One second. Thank you. Okay. So in the burp application, you see we have our dashboard here, our target page, which sometimes gets filled with random stuff. You don't set your host right, which we will be setting in a second. So we're going to delete that host. Proxy, which is how to intercept the traffic, as well as history, options. Intruder we'll go over, and we'll go on from there. So the first thing I like to do is I like to turn off this live audit from proxy. I don't really use that. I only use the sitemap sometimes. Um, I use the sitemap to map out some functions and whatnot, but I barely use the scanner. Okay, so in the target tab, this is our sitemap, which we'll see in a second once it populates. And this is where we set our scope so we don't get content that we don't want. So I normally use advanced scope control, click on add and scope, and then I'll paste the full thing, but then I'll get rid of the subdomain so we just have our host. Now we can do .mil as well, but we'll keep army since we're only doing army today. Okay, so we're gonna go back to this is our Burp Suite browser. Let me close out of that. So you'll see this on if we turn on intercept, if we hit that, it'll intercept the traffic. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn intercept off, and it'll let us go through. Okay. Now as you can see, we have some links here, so we're going to try to open them up, and they're going to try to email, and we do not want that to do that. So, okay. Try to click on this. Just let our thing populate a little bit, and there we go. Okay. So as you can see, this is our sitemap. And this is all of the domains that has been collecting throughout this page, and this is a nice page to start off on. All right. So we're gonna first, before we start using Burp, we're gonna check all of these links just to make sure, because you never know where we could find a bug. Broken link hijacking. Seems like this is pretty updated. Indeed it is. Okay, that's fine. Let's head back, okay? A quick overview once we have everything loaded in. So sitemap, we can see all of the domains that Burp tries to reach out to, whether it's secured or not. So this is the page that we started off on. We can see it uses WordPress. It's pulling all that and it tries to grab as many as endpoints as it can. A thing I like to do if I'm doing a large scope is I like to select all and passively scan these branches, and it'll start sending requests to all of these domains so we can grab some more target information and maybe some more links. I don't really care about our passive scans. We might get a few host header injections or something like that, which we may be able to use, but we'll see. So right now you can see it's just sending out the requests to all the pages. Sometimes you'll get blocked if you're scanning. We can just go around here, click on some pages. Let's try to find some interesting functions, something like logins. So as you can see, us.army.mil blocked us, but we're sending the rest through. Okay. Now one thing I do like using the scanner for is vulners, software detection, and it detects vulnerable softwares. So as you can see, there's been quite a lot of vulnerable software detected on ncolcoe.army.mil. So we can try these cross-site scripting vulnerabilities against it if we can input it somewhere on the page. So what I'm gonna do is, this is the same thing we get back. This just shows us some exploits straight off. So I'm gonna grab that and bring it over here. Okay, now this is just one that it pulled from there. So if we use this payload somewhere in this page or recruiters or this, we may be able to fire it. Sometimes they have protection against it, but we can check that out. We'll go over all the results and everything once we're done with this. So we're gonna focus on this one because recruiting is a little bit more popular. Okay. So we're gonna have it here, and this is great. So hopefully we can pop some cross-site scripting. So here we have the cross-site scripting, so we're gonna enter it into the search feature, and yeah, 403. So they have a firewall set up on this page to detect if someone's trying to exploit that vulnerability. We're gonna check all of these links, make sure. Okay. All right. Get over to the contact page. We have some input requests. All right, let's head back over to here. As you can see, we pulled back some stuff. We could take a look back over here. So here's some informative stuff. Some cacheable HTTPS responses, nothing to worry about really. Cross domain post is sending some type of form to this link, which we could check out. Let's see. Okay, so let's see what it's trying to get us to submit. This is interesting. I haven't seen this before. So, something about confirming a step, contacting, so probably it's just something contacting a user. Here we can see some email addresses disclosed. Probably is nothing to worry about. Just webmaster. Some um, where was it? Here's some web application firewalls detected. Sometimes you get false positive, but those looked right. Some pages are vulnerable to potential clickjacking, which we don't really care about. And then here's some vulnerable JavaScript dependencies and other vulnerable versions. So we're gonna finish that. Okay. And now as you can see, some of them are in white, which means now we can see some of their resources, and we're gonna just click on some interesting, one second, some interesting endpoints here. I'm gonna bring up my stream just so I can see the comment section. I'm letting it load, one second. Okay, I can see the chat now. Alright, so we're gonna head back here. We're gonna see what this PHP file is all about. Okay, seems like some videos. We could check out these social media pages. Alright, something funny. So they have the Twitter. Oh, they have a Twitter icon, but it links to the YouTube. So that's definitely interesting. Let's head back and see. Let's just keep scrolling around here. I see a search feature. Could test that out. So it gets reflected here. This goes to Google. So I don't think we'll be able to get anything from here. Nope. We're just gonna keep clicking around. We're gonna try to get some good domains. We can also head back to our Kali box and pull some of those other domains that we pulled last time and see if we can use burp to scan any of that stuff. What's up, Mad Mav? Let's head back here. Seems interesting. These are definitely interesting. Okay. Always check um, social media pages. You never know. You never know where you're gonna find stuff. Okay. Let's check out the search feature. How does it work? Seeing if it gets reflected anywhere. We'll check these. These look a little outdated, but they probably have some accounts. Accounts. Okay. All right. Seems like nothing is loading here. Let's check out some login pages. All right. We're going to add a new live test just to show you how the live audit works. And we're going to watch as we refresh the page and it's going to start. Oh, it should. Let me fix this. Oh God, my computer's going to crash. Burp is being pretty slow, so if burp crashes, beware. We can do that. Okay, we're going to pause that because it seems to be using up a lot of my RAM. Close out of some of these tabs, and we're going to try to refresh the page without blowing up my computer. How much memory do I recommend? For Burp Suite, I like to use around like 8. As you can see, it doesn't. Sometimes if we have big scopes like this, it's not going to handle it well. If you're auditing and crawling, to save this. Yeah, it might crash. The more the better. I say 8 is probably good if you're going to be scanning medium targets, not like a whole army domain. As you can see, it's not going to work. So we're going to have to restart that. Let me get that going. Okay. Delete. Okay. So let's let that run, and we're gonna pull some of the old domains we scanned. I'm trying to find. I know I put a couple in here somewhere. This one was interesting. All right, so we're back here. Let's go to scope. We're gonna add in army.mil. We're gonna turn off our proxy. Okay. We're gonna let this run. All right, so I do like running a live audit sometimes for the vulnerable software detection and the JS secrets. I haven't found anything crazy with the JS secrets, but I did find an API key once, but I could not. It was out of scope, sadly. MadMav, yes, I am using Pro. If you're only looking to get Pro for the um, scanner, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you want to use it for other reasons, like a faster intruder, that'd be nice. What's up, T-camming? Sorry, I'm just responding to some texts. We can go over intruder and repeater in just 1 second. Okay. So let's go through some pages here. All right, we're getting some source code disclosure. Some publication. Let's just keep going through this page. As you can see, it's going to start Trying to scan all this. What's up, Cosmo? So this is the passive um, scan. We can do let's see what it found. Nothing. We can do an active scan. It'll take a little bit um, more resources, but we can actively scan this host, and it'll actually go out and try to find um, issues within the website. And sometimes it pulls back some interesting things, but I rather hunt manually, which it's kind of hard on military domains because most of the login stuff is for actual military personnel, but we can see what we can do with that. What's up, Sysgerm? Sorry, I'm getting spam with text messages right now. We're just letting our active scan run to see if it finds anything. And our memory is already up again, so we might crash once again. And there it goes. Okay, I'm going to try to pause that, and let it just run on our one domain. And that should bring down our memory a little bit. Okay. What's up, Spiritual Goose? I'm pretty good at Sysgerm, just showing everyone the basics of Burp Suite and getting spam text messages. Alright, extension driven passive audit are my extensions. If we go to extender, this is where you can add in plugins. So I have Turbo Intruder, which we'll go over, which is basically good for hunting race conditions. Autorize is good for checking for broken access control for 3 bypass in the name. JS Miner is to look for secrets and links in JavaScript files. Software vulnerability scanner is what it says. Active scan basically just scans for more stuff than normal. What else do we have? J2E scan. It also scans for more vulnerabilities and whatnot. Web cache deception scanner scans for web cache deception. Who would have thought? Param miner, we can test that actually. It's basically like Argent, what we were using on the command line, but it's in burp. We can go over that. So it can guess get parameters, it can guess cookie parameters, headers, or everything. And you can try some of these um, what's it called? Uh, Exploits, sorry. So we can run that and we can see if it works. It'll probably take a second, but while it's doing that, we can go over some more of our things. So retire.js scans for the vulnerable JavaScript libraries. Backslash power scanner is, it scans for vulnerabilities as well. WAF detect detects what kind of web application firewalls a service is using. Bypass WAF is to bypass them, and this is for cross-site scripting, which I don't use. This nuclei extension is good for creating templates with just a click of a button. So this is a good time to go over repeater. So if I click one of these links, let me just click this and I have my request right here. If I hit right click on it and send a repeater, I can send the request and I can keep sending it and changing things in the request. So I can change to a post request and now I get a different response, and you can keep going on with that. So if I go back and I change the header, which we can try something different, does it work? And no. Okay. The thing with nuclei, what you can do is extensions, nuclei, generate template, head over nuclei, and as you can see, it lays out a template for you. Okay. Now parameter finder. Parameter finder did find a header, so we could check here at the different responses. What we're going to do is we're going to send these to compare. Sorry. And we're going to compare our differences. So compare words. So as you can see, this is a parameter apparently it found. Let's take a look. So it only found these two, which I don't think are actual. I see. This translate mums ZL2 is probably just a weird flaw in how they um, detect stuff. Okay, let's just keep it rolling. Let me go back to here. I know we had another one that we put in here. I think it was this. Let's click on that one. All right, this is chugging away, so we're gonna stop this. It's easier if you're not streaming because it's using less. It is using less traffic. So here we can see we have some other headers, nothing there. Ah. So we did find something with our param finder. So we're going to send these to repeater. So as you can see, we get a 200 with this lock token and as well as this header. See if we can mess around with this. I'm not sure what it does. We get a mod security action, but if we add some random values there, we get a 200. So this would be helpful if we could actually use these, but we can't. Here we are in this page. Let's see if our burp recognizes this. We're gonna stop that. We can open up this again. We're gonna refresh this page. Okay, I'm trying not to crash my burp again. So what did I put the scope to? Suits. We're gonna do custom scope. I'm gonna refresh the page. And maybe if we send all the responses through, we have our page right here. All right, so JS Miner also can find subdomains in the JS files, which is really helpful sometimes. Here's our J2E scan. It found some post message handler, which is like can lead to DOM cross-site scripting. And you get a lot of false positive with JS Miner. As you can see, it tried to find, uh-oh, I just opened a big um, JS file. It tries to find secrets in them, and as you can see, it tried to find an access key, but it got a false positive. All right. Let's just go through, see if there's anything else. Nope. All right, so we're gonna send our new scan. And you can just completely do a full scan without even this browser open. If we just close, if we delete both of these, just so we can clear our workspace, and we just send the direct URL, it'll start the scan for us. We don't have to go to the website, and it'll just start scanning the website. It'll give you back your um, sitemap as well as any issues with the website. So we're gonna let that go. Um, some other things we could take a look at are, oh God, intruder. So intruder is like a brute forcing part of burp. This is also good for race conditions as well. I found a race condition on a pretty big company, and I'm still waiting for payout. But I found it with this tool. Let's just view the details real quick, okay? Make sure we're not getting blocked. Seems like we're chugging along there. API.php, interesting. We're just gonna send that to repeater and try it out. See what we get back. 200. I like this feature in Burp. You can render. Yes, System, you can install plugins on the community version. I can show that right now. Um, some plugins just require the professional version, but most of them you don't. So there's two ways to add plugins. You can either add it through a file or you can add it through the Burp apps store. So here's a list of like some of the most popular plugins. So we can do random IP address header. We can do, I'm sorry, there's sun in my light, I can't see. As well as notes, all this stuff. mmap parser, logger plus plus, which is a pretty good one. So you can add in plugins right through there. Yeah. Alright, so intruder, we're just gonna send this request to intruder so we have something to play with. There's a couple different attack types. Sniper. Yeah. A really good extension I recommend is JS Miner. It can help you find like API keys and stuff in um, like web page and stuff. As you can see, we found like a token here. Uh, Although it's not going to help us really. Um, if I go to intruder again, so sniper uses a single set of payloads in one or more positions. So this would be a position. If we search for this, it'll start brute forcing for a PHP file. So we have to go to payload. You can set in what type of payloads. We can do brute forcer, and it would try all of these in a minimum length. Let's do one, and a maximum length of one. So it only run 36 payloads. I'll show you what it looks like. And we get a 404, obviously, because there would be no PHP file as G, but you never know. As you can see, our 200 was from API. This really helps a lot with race conditions, brute forcing, and whatever. Alright, so it also gets saved right there, which is really nice. Let's check out our crawl and audit. Still chugging along. Let's just throw in. You could even do multiple um domains. So let's do like the top 5. New scan, crawl and audit these top 5. So this is going to get your memory up a lot because it is running through all of these websites, crawling them, scanning them for vulnerabilities. Um, Sorry, I'm just checking up on Discord. Okay. I'm trying to see where that error came from. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, decoder. So you can decode URL encoding. We are just streaming on YouTube, Kush Agra. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. Um, so the decoder is really helpful. You can decode URL encoding, HTML encoding, base64, and so on. You can also encode as the stuff. So, oops, whoopsies. So if I put in, say, not in focus. What do you mean? Not in focus. Is my stream? Is the quality okay? It looks fine on my side. I think it's fine on my side. Okay. Yeah, so we can take a look at the backslash power skin. Let me pull that up real quick. If my browser would like to work. So here it is. So it looks for server-side injection vulnerabilities. And it also does some WAF evasion. So uh, it won't find any like small things. It'll just find like the bigger server-side injection stuff. So it'll always just probe out for that kind of stuff. It doesn't do like normal vulnerability scanning. Um, let's stop doing a live scan. I feel like we're gonna get uh, banned if we keep doing that. So let's just do new live task, live audit through custom scope and the proxy, and new live task, proxy, and passive crawl, custom scope. So we're gonna open up our browser again. We're gonna hope to find some use cases for some of this stuff. Okay. Let's grab some other domains. Okay. This is interesting. We have a login page and a create account page. Let's hope that we can create. Okay, this is wonderful. Okay. We might actually have something here because screenshot screenshot what? Sorry. Let's just temp mail. Ah, yeah. Cloudflare is gonna block that because it's probably trying to scan it. All right, it seems like we have brought back some stuff with us this time. Okay. So session token, like screenshot of all the subdomains. Oh, you want them? Or this is just a file that we ran in Kali Linux, in a previous stream of all the some of the alive subdomains of army.mil. If you want these, you can go ahead and use them. We use Subfinder to find these subdomains. So let's try to find a 10-minute mail without getting blocked. Okay, we're gonna get blocked there. And we won't get blocked here. Cool. So hopefully, let's copy this to clipboard. We're gonna add that email address and KFUBLX. Next. Okay. I'm saying instead of going to one subdomain, you can choose that. Yeah, we ran a Aquatone scan on them earlier. We're just testing out or we're going through Burp Suite's things, but I could show you the report that we got from Aquatone. Registration with it due to policy restrictions. Okay, we can try a Proton mail. I'll pull that up. We can try it. We're basically gonna try to get into this. If we can get into this, that's a valid vulnerability. I mean, having it, being able to register is something in itself, but I'm not sure if we could just send that out. A bunch of session tokens. That doesn't really matter unless if it's something important like a password or something like that. TLS certificate. Unless if you're doing, yeah, we could test it out. I'm just seeing if I can get in there, um, with it without having to go through a .mil, because that would be even more of a vulnerability. So let's try 30x. Next. Okay. So let's try with what he said. Let's try test email 76 through 2 at army.mil. Let's just keep that there. X70. I don't know what that letter is. It's either a D or a 0. I can't really tell. I'm gonna try D. 3L. Next. Okay, so it just brings us back to this page, which is weird. INLOMG. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, uh, to have the verification code, we have to has to be sent. Um, yeah, thank you for giving these suggestions. They're pretty good suggestions. Yeah, so we could use these. Obviously, it would be hard to get access, but this is a vulnerability. We can verify it. We can check and see this is where this is a good spot for intruder. So, like Kush Agra said, we can try to use intruder to brute force this page to get our verification code. So let's go back to register and let's wait for that to come through. Let's pause this and pause that. These are all just session tokens. Okay, come on. Load up. Alright, so let's try this. I'm gonna try, maybe I typed in the captcha wrong before because let's see if we can get in. 676X. Okay. So it has to be army.mil. Let's just do an email again, test at army.mil to IAUB7. Next, PCFSKY. Okay. Now we're gonna turn on our proxy, intercept. We're gonna end in 1111. Alright, and as you can see, here's our request and our token for our login. So we're gonna send this to intruder. Alright, we're gonna close out of these. We're gonna clear all of our positions, and we're gonna highlight this token position. We're gonna click add. We're gonna go over to our payload simple list. We're gonna hit numbers from 1111. We're gonna do to 9999 for now. We're gonna hit one step, so it's gonna send 8,889 requests. Start attack. And if we see a difference in length, see we get a what's it called? A status 500 after we try to brute force for a while. Let me get some 200s again. So let's filter by 200s. So I only get a couple. Okay. Now one thing we can do about that is we can discard that. And we can try to bypass the let's see. So if we click on register step 2. Nothing here. Let's click on register step 3. Here we go. Now this is interesting. We just did an authentication bypass. So we didn't have to verify our email because I just clicked on step 3. So this is awesome, guys. So we just did an authentication bypass on this. So as you can see, we can set our login credentials now. All right, so we're gonna set our username as that, and I'm gonna get a random password generator. If we can get into this portal, this is gonna be awesome, guys. Uh, if you're just now tuning in, we just bypassed the authentication on this subdomain, so we're gonna okay while processing your request. Um, it might be because we were spamming it with our intruder, but we can make a test here. Let's see. Let's try, we can put that there. We could try test at army.mil. Submit. Okay. So the registration is broken, it seems like, but we almost had a authentication bypass, and that would have been an extremely valid bug. Now, um, we could try register step 4, see what's there. Nothing. What's your idea? We could try for admin, 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 oh, admin password, and you can also brute force this login. What I'm gonna try to do is password. We're gonna hit proxy, log in. All right, here's our thing. We're gonna send that to intruder, and we're gonna add the header x tac forward. Actually, hold on. We're gonna hit x forwarded. Where were we? X tac forwarded for. Now we're gonna 127.0.01. I actually got a $150 bounty for putting in this header because it bypassed rate limiting. Um, so if this can bypass rate limiting, then we have a valid vulnerability. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna highlight password. We're gonna add that. We're gonna just click on brute force or just to test. We're gonna do like 3, 3. We're just gonna start it and see if we get 500 internal error. Okay, we do. So that did not work. Let's see what Kusharga says. So fill the one-time code just random, then intercept the response and modify it, and redirect to registration 2 to 3. She said, test at army.mil 3R2QPT. Okay. Now fill the. I see what you mean. Okay. 10000. Intercept. Next. Alright, let's see if we can find anything here. So post. So button next. Nothing here. Let's just send that to repeater for now. Okay, is invalid or has expired. Please register again. So here's the response. An email has been sent. Verification code. Nothing interesting on intercept tab. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, where am I? Proxy intercept. So let's do that again. Let's hit next. We're gonna do do intercept or response to this request. We're gonna hit submit, and um, here is our response, and now we're gonna try to redirect it to register step 3. Thank you, Jay. So we're gonna try to go to here. Actually, sorry. We are looking at the wrong spot. Try. I want to see something. So if we get this, we get a 200 probably. If not, we typed in something wrong. We typed in, missed an L. Oh, probably. I'm not sure why that's responding, but it's invalid. Okay, so this is one area where we could try to brute force. We can try a directory brute force on this page. This is pretty interesting. Yep, he literally just said what I was about to say. Open up terminal here. Let's go into dir search. Okay, cd dir search. Python 3 dir search. I forget the tech u, and we're gonna directory brute force it now. Let's hope we can pull something back. It's taking its time. It's a little hard when I'm streaming to do brute forcing type stuff because it the network traffic, but we could keep it running. Yeah, 25 threads. Why? What do you normally run your directory brute force on? How many threads? Yeah, my computer would explode. Let me see if I have do I have anything running? Okay, no. Let's just delete all this. Try to get everything. Yeah, I just try to keep it on a minimum when I'm. This is interesting. So this gives us the direct link, which we can try to get to. Let's see if we can get to the dashboard. It might make us log in. Yeah. So it tries to get us to log in, but at least we know the dashboard link, the link for the dashboard. I'm gonna look up go anywhere client exploits. We're gonna see if we can pull back anything. What was that other one? This. Oh. Go into our project and log4j. That would be nice. If we can get a log4j on that. Let's just hope. Oh god. I think my computer exploded. Oh, there we go. It's still going. It's still running. Let's try. What are these on? Let me see. We could try. Then forward it. I get access to the dashboard. Are you talking about on this? On this target? Oh, I found an interesting case where there's something I direct force. Oh, okay. I thought you were, I thought you were talking about this target. Um, Most of the time the credit card numbers is gonna be a false positive. Seems to be running a vulnerable version. Let's see. When we put in our information, it doesn't reflect it anywhere. Maybe stored, but probably nothing there. Let's check up on this. Common. Download. Try these. Common. Okay, can we... What if we do... So, something's being reflected, which is a good sign. If anyone wants this extension, it's called Hack Tools. It's pretty cool. It has a bunch of different payloads and stuff. So I see that it's getting reflected here, so we're gonna try to see if we can reflect some cross-site scripting. And so it gets URL encoded. That's fine. What we can do is we can go to decoder and we're gonna click on that. We're gonna hit encode as URL. We're just gonna try this. You never know what may work. So as you can see now, something different. There was no known CVE as I saw. Nothing that I saw. We could try some HTML injection, but it probably will not work. We could try escaping it. Not gonna work. Okay. Let's click back on here. SQL injection. I'm not too good with it, but we can try it. So it brings it back normally. I have a payload somewhere. Let me find it. 1 second, guys. All right. We can go click that. We can click. Go back to this. Yes. Go to the login page. And let me get my SQL into my burp folder. And then once this page loads, let's see, anything else? Log out, download, register. That's new. Okay. So this is the same page. Just a different link to it. Just try this one more time. YQU. Blank. Let's just go back here and try SQLI injection. And some 405s. Almost done with our scan. And version nothing. So we're just gonna go to that. Please load. Okay. Login. I can bypass rate limit. Okay, we could try that. Where did I have it? Here. Where do you want me to put it? Like in here somewhere? Like that? Something like that? Or where should I put that? Where should I put the Alright, he's telling me to wait, let's see. After every okay. Let's try that. So like that, he's saying. Yeah. Alright, so let's try something like that. Payloads that, we have that. Boom, and we get 500s all over the place. Yeah, probably can't accept it. We could try SQL injection. So let's intercept this. Send this to intruder. Clear that. What is this? Oh. Okay, my thing is glitching out here. I send this to decoder. Put in decode as URL. And decode as HTML. Smart decode. I have no idea. So this is a value hidden input, so we're gonna test on the password. And we're gonna load in a file in my burp folder. Let me try to click into it. And my SQL. So you can see here's all my SQL payloads. So 286. We probably will get rate limited. Let's see. Yeah. Now, something interesting, if we get back any different length, there could be some SQL injection somewhere. But it seems like nothing. Alright, we could try a nuclei scan on this one since it seems to be pretty interesting. He says session expired. Where did you see that? Maybe this value or something. I think it's just because we're inputting stuff that we can't even, that it won't accept. What were we trying again? Nuclei. Let's try to do nuclei. So we're gonna nuclei. Here, put in Let's see what we get back. Anything. Let's hope we get something back. So just informative stuff for now. Um, what else could we look for? We could do param mine on this one. Let's do right here. Send this to repeater. Let's just send this to param miner, and we're gonna guess everything and see if anything can come, if we can get anything back. Yeah. Nothing on our nuclei scan. We got about 15 more minutes. Okay, so nothing on our nuclei scan. We have about 15 minutes left on the stream. Um, let's see, anything else? We can. So we almost got somewhere with this, but I think the registration is actually broken. IP rotate to bypass rate limit. That is a good idea. I used to have that set up. It would probably work here, but it takes a little bit long to set up on stream. So yeah, we get 500 sometime and login sometime. This was definitely interesting. We can try some other domains. Let's see what it pulled back. AMC dev. What else? Actively scan this one. Okay, that host doesn't seem to be up. Let's try this one. Actively scan. Let's get some URLs. Let's copy URL. Check this page out. Oh God. Alright. Let's see if we have anything reflecting here. Taking it nice and slow. No records were found. Okay. Search. Content search. Search. Publishing search. Here we go. This is interesting. Form title. What the hell is that? See if anything gets reflected anywhere. Doesn't seem like it does. I don't think. Let's try. Let's see how much time we got left. About like 10 minutes. Do you guys have any suggestions on what I should do for the last 10 minutes? We tried to break the login. We got close. We got close to bypassing it. What's your suggestion, Bug? What domain is that? It is right here. I'll copy this and send that right there. When backend block. Do you mean like trying to bypass it? Then use burp extension sometime, the protection on IP. Yeah, they do most of the time block it by IP, which I think there is another extension for that. We looked at it earlier. Of course, you could join. I'm about to end the stream, but you guys are free to scan anything you want on these domains. It's all enable random header. All right, let's try it again. Um, it's the Department of Defense vulnerability disclosure program, so you can go at it all you want. Oh, I know why. I know why the SQL injection wasn't working, because we had this thing right here. So let's actually try it again. So we're gonna hit that, and we get 400s. Okay, this is better. Let's see if we get any. It doesn't seem like we're getting rate limited. Let's try. Where were we? Here. Let's see if we can get past the rate limiting here. If it'll send. Oh. Let's get rid of that stuff and start it again. Might not like me. Where did you post the domain? I sent it in here. It's right here. I sent it in the chat. I'll paste it again. Alright, so we still are getting blocked, it seems. Hmm. says that we have this. Maybe if we try another, if we send a new request there. Let's try, I don't know where my thing is. It's gonna be too far down. You could try here, method post. Log in. Intruder. Clear, gonna do admin, oh, and password. Highlight that. Brute forcer, and that seems fine for now. Let's see, 500s. Yeah, we get 500s all over. All right. That doesn't work. Um, Anybody else have any ideas? We tried. We got close. That just shows you that with a little bit of time, you can probably almost get into something. At0m, are you gonna try and break this login page? Find origin IP the host is using. WAF roof tool. And because there is WAF. Finding the origin IP. Yes, we'd have to use like census to do that. Excuse me. Which we can try. Let me pull up census. Hold on 1 second. Census.io. What's the one called? I forget what the one tool is called. Not is it census? I think it is. Origin IP finder. I know that Hack Luke has one. Um, Census origin IP. Census. I'm just looking here to see if we can. To try to get the origin IP. But I can't seem to find. Security trails, dig. Okay, mail headers. Oh, mail headers is true. Census, here we go. I just want the tool. Where's the tool? Why can I not just get the tool? Does anyone have the link to the actual page? Search, here it is. Okay. Let's try that. Search. Oh, we just have to put in the domain. Apparently this is it. Let's try to go there. Okay, so that works. So let's open up a browser. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to see if we can do this in time. So we're gonna go there. Come on, load faster. Okay. We're gonna just hit intercept on, boink, log in, send it to intruder, boink, add, payload load, SQL, count, go. And now we get 200s. Okay. Oh, never mind, 500s. Okay, so what was the last payload on? Is the host up still? Alright. Oh, we found the direct IP. Um, that's also another tip. Sometimes you can bypass WAFs by using the direct IP, the origin IP, which you can find on census. In this case, it didn't work, but it might. Bug says, wait a minute. Sure thing. I believe in you, bug. I believe in you, bug. Gotta update my computer tonight. Trying to get some DoorDash too. Need some food. Bug, are you still there? Alright. Well, think we're gonna end the stream here. We had a pretty good run. We almost had authentication bypass, but we weren't close enough. But I think that was a good stream. We went over Burp Suite and everything. So yeah, this is our last stream of the Bug Bounty series. We might do more in the future, and I will probably be on the channel somewhere else in the meantime. All right, everyone. Have a good rest